Hello. I feel inspired today to do a love reading, which is not something that I've ever felt inspired to do before, so here I am. I got all dolled up for you. There will be an extended version of this video on the Patreon, Creators Coven. Yeah. Not really rolling it out yet, but it exists. So I'm going to start loading content, and if you want to pay and see it, there it'll be. Okay. Before I get into the reading, I have channeled an incantation for us for this love reading. I want to share with you that I engage in tremendous amounts of spiritual study. I continuously grow while remaining fallible. Please, take only what truly resonates and discount the rest as static noise around the channel you need to tune into. Trust your intuition more than my intuitive words. I'm always willing to be wrong. May God make the most of us here together today. These timeless messages resonate when the universe wants. Stay flexible. So, there's these little tiny Shall We Connect cards, and there's 60 of them, and they're broken into 3 categories: brave and edgy, sweet and cozy, and hot and juicy. I have hot and juicy in my hand right now. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle these until something happens. In the background, if you hear the music, it's Ghost Memories. A childhood friend of mine made this music and has given me the thumbs up to play it in my videos if I want to. Nothing came out. I'm switching to sweet and cozy. I'm getting the feeling that I'm supposed to do them all together, but just in case. Okay, I'm going to mix them all together. They're so teeny tiny. These are supposed to be like conversation starters. Right. Wow. Okay. This is a beautiful start to this love reading. Something that really impacts me when I hear you say it is, and the other card that flew out was qualities I value a lot in you are. Both of these have the potential to be extremely positive relationship conversations. Something that really impacts me when I hear you say it is, I love you. I can tell you're trying really hard. if you need some rest, let me know. I'll help you. When we teach, Dr. Phil used to say this, right? We teach us how to treat ourselves. Like, we teach people how to treat us, is what I'm trying to say. So, and that's like being a model, right? Like, the interpreting our needs and communicating them in a soft and gentle and loving and gracious way allows people to see a model of what a generous, kind, loving way to be is. And sometimes that gets exhausting, and I give up, and I lash out, and I throw a tantrum. That happens all the time. But we are called to do our best and continue to grow in these areas. So I'm going to keep going with these. See if anything else comes out, because I'm feeling like the energy is starting to pick up a little bit. What I feel we could do better in our relationship is, wow. I know one thing that I had to learn not to do in my marriage, because I am legally and spiritually married to someone for almost 10 years now. One thing that we had to figure out how to do was to stop martyring ourselves for anticipating the other's needs when they didn't ask us to. We found ourselves saying, like, thank you, but I never asked you for that. And if I had asked you for that and you told me what the consequences were going to be, I would have taken it back. And that's a really hard conversation to have. But it's a valuable conversation. And so I guess I'm getting the vibe that there's some people out here who are in working marriages, and working marriages means both that they work and they require it. So we have to remember that in these working relationships, sometimes sticking to it doesn't feel like the most natural thing to do, and we march on anyway. Now, if you're in an abusive dynamic, if you're with an unrecoverable narcissist, if you're with someone who makes questionable choices that make you question them on an ethical and moral level, that's not what I'm talking about. These messages that I'm giving right now aren't for you. Stay tuned. Maybe you'll get some. I promise that I'll let you know. But right now I'm talking about working marriages or partnerships, or now I'm doing a love reading. But if you're watching this love reading and you're wow, this could really help me in my career field. This could really help me in my parental relationship, whatever. Apply it where it applies, right? But tune into the pieces that are for you, like static. Like, get past the static and into the clear channel, right? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to move on from these cards, but the very bottom one is a sexy one, and we haven't had a sexy one yet, so I'm going to read it out. My favorite things about our sexual dynamic are... It's a really hard work to talk about the things that aren't working for us, but it can be really fun, challenging, in a beautiful way, work to talk about the stuff that does work for us. And the things that, when I'm eating like a casserole or a salad or something that someone else made, I didn't make it, and there's ingredients in it I don't want, I could eat the whole salad except for those few little mushrooms. I don't have to take the blue cheese ranch or dressing. I can get ranch or Italian or whatever, balsamic, right? So that's how co-creating works in messages, love relationships, life, whatever. Like, we get to pick out what doesn't suit us and consume the stuff that does suit us. So that's kind of like when we're improving our sex life with our partners. I'm a little flushed. It's so nice when we can pick out the things that we like and say, now, there might be some things that don't work for me, that these things work for me. Can we start from there as our foundation and see where it goes? I mean, one hard conversation later, people could be having the best sex of their life. So, just putting that out there. Get it? Get it? Get it? Hey! Okay. I'm going to go to the Love Oracles deck. They're so cute. Just going to shuffle and vibe for a minute. Hey! Bianca Del Rio. Our makeup kind of looks the same today. That's just my imagination. I don't know. A unicorn is a horse with extra potential. True love is clearly illegal in most states. Everyone needs that special someone who can stroke your hair while you cough with your head in a toilet. This is screaming wild love to me. Genuine love, deep felt love. And that comes from a place where there's so much vulnerability. Like, you know, the image I'm getting in my mind right now is that scene from Bridesmaids where they're all... they all have food poisoning. And so they're like all trying to get into the same bathroom. Spoiler alert. And they're like one's shitting in the sink and the other one's like vomiting in the toilet. It's a lot. Someone's in the road. Like, and so that's the image I'm getting. Like the people that you would like share a bathroom when you're having like severe food poisoning reaction. Okay, let's see what else comes out. It's really close-knit. I mean, like, this could be for single people. Maybe if you're single, if this doesn't resonate in that way, like, don't settle for less than what I'm describing. Please don't. Get yourself right. Get deep, deep, deep within yourself and get yourself right. And work to co-create with this source of the universe your perfect match. And your perfect match based on what you actually want. I was watching this beautiful reading earlier by Queen Cup. And she's a Canadian reader. She's so cool, so woke. I just really like her. And I'm assuming her gender. I'm fairly certain she identifies as a woman. Anyway, she was talking about, I think this was her. I've watched a lot of readings today. That's why I'm so inspired. Got the glitter and everything. Anyway, the point is, she's great. Even if this wasn't her message, go check her out. The point is that whoever was saying this, get the thought back, get the thought back, get the thought back. Whoever was saying this was saying, like, you're manifesting a partner, you're manifesting a soulmate or whatever, but for what? You don't even have a real reason. And I was like, wow. Because as someone who has 2 children and a life partner, etc., I'm like, there's a lot of freedoms I don't have that people don't, like, they are either underappreciating or I'm like, I'm proud of you for appreciating this. So, whatever. Make of that whatever you will. Let me see if oop, there's one. Okay, so this is really funny. I'm going to go ahead and share. Bianca Del Rio came up and I put it down and underneath it was Britney Spears. And then I shuffled the deck and then Britney Spears came back. So, Britney Spears. When gambling with love, hedge your bets. Take the risk of getting hurt because being in love can be toxic, but the high is amazing. Trust your family to take care of you when you can't. That's what I'm telling you. As a queer person who's lucky enough to be in contact with most of my family, I know that I ended up with a person who is family. They're like my life partner is going to take care of me and I'm going to take care of him. We're going to take care of each other. Don't settle for anything less than that. He would do anything for me. I would do anything for him. We would do anything for our children. Don't settle for less than family. Don't, get a dildo, okay? I'm sure YouTube won't like that. So if this gets cut, you'll have to watch it on the Patreon. Okay. Okay. Next, I'm going to go to the romance angels. Here's the thing. I'm going to pull whatever romance angel cards fly out. I'm going to give a few intuitive messages. And then I'm going to stop this reading here. And I'm going to pick up with some tarot for some life advice and some predictions behind a paywall. So, gotta appreciate that game. Now, to be fair, these are knockoff Doreen Virtue romance oracle cards, and I don't study with them very often. And yeah, but I'm doing this love reading, so I just got all my decks that were the most love oriented. I got my most like sexual looking tarot deck out for the extended. I find it embarrassing to like say what I'm saying in my head to spirit out loud, so just use your imagination. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Guidance. Making the effort to do what we're guided to do. That's one of my biggest mistakes, and maybe whoever's watching this makes the same ones. That we take a lot of steps, we make a lot of effort, but it might not be the right effort. It may be an effort of obligation or what we think is right. So we can strip away all those misconceptions and lean into what's actually right for us. And the results will be beautiful. Bitch, release your ex. It's not your ex. It's not. It's not your ex. If I'm saying this to you, you know it's for you. It's not your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Get some sage. Come on. This was a gift from someone that I trust to have sourced it ethically. But I just buy like plain sage at the grocery store and dry it out until I get my own sage plant. Clear your energy. Okay. Is it clear? Clear? Clear. Is your energy clear now? Okay. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this and all sorts of other random weird content. Subscribe. Try to find me on Patreon, Creators Coven. So, honeymoon, codependency, worth waiting for. And what I'm getting from all of this is if you work through the codependency, and codependency sounds really ugly, but like 50% of American adults are codependent or express codependent traits. So maybe look into that and look at a list of codependency indicators and say, what ways am I codependent? What ways do I contribute to other people being codependent? I have resources on this. If you need resources on this, please put something in the comment box so I can get this PDF to you. But yeah, if you wait for the energy to be correct, now the person may already be present, sure, but if the energy is not correct, that can crash and burn. I'm lucky because in the last 10 years, my partner and I could have crashed and burned a lot of times, making a lot of mistakes that we might have avoided if we had just learned those things about ourselves before we got completely entangled with someone else at 23. You know what I'm saying? We got lucky. Not everyone is as such. There's a lot of divorce in my family. And so if we work on our codependency issues, if we make a commitment, not only to not be codependent ourselves, but to not allow other people to be codependent on us, and we wait, and we go within, and we get together with Source and say, what do I need to do? What is in the interest of your highest good? What partnership will be me joining forces with someone to achieve what we are supposed to achieve to raise the vibrational frequency of the entire planet? Wait for that. That's when the honeymoon comes. It says enjoy the bliss. Divine timing on this worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay. This was great. I felt super invigorated about it. I hope you got something out of it. Please do subscribe, like, share. I'd love it. Leave a comment, a little like, a little heart. I guess if you didn't like it, put a thumbs down, whatever. Help me with the algorithm. I need 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers to monetize this on the YouTube platform. And I'm just another human being out on the cosmos trying to make it in these capitalist streets. Be blessed. Catch me in the extended.